Oh, let's go. Line 1. Hello, Gordon, you're on the air.
Hi, how's it going, Penny?
I'm all right, you?
So, long-time Twitterer, first-time caller.
Fantastic, man.
So, I know we've chatted a few times on Twitter.
Oh, I know who this is. Gordon, good. I'm really glad you called today, man. What's on your mind?
Yeah, well, I've wanted to call a couple of times, but, I'm at work normally, but I'm off on parental leave, so I figured I'd give it a try.
Yes, and congratulations on the new additions to your family.
Multiple.
Good man. Good for you. You and I exchanged tweets the other night. I was finishing work. You were up nursing a baby. Well, nursing it. It's the way dads can nurse.
Well, yes.
I get it.
In the bottle.
Good man.
But yeah, so I've, over the last few days, I've been helping administer that Kathy Dunderdale Must Go Facebook group. It blew out of control, and she left, and I stepped in to try and help because I really liked the idea of what they were trying to do, apart from the stuff that had gone down in the media. But I'm just calling because I wanted to try and put another side on it, because a lot of the things that are being said still sounds really negative, and there's still 2,700 people there trying to voice their own opinion, and there's a new Facebook group up. But the first thing I wanted to talk about was how media still says that the site allowed hateful comments. And my problem with that is, I'm going to use an example here. So if a vandal spray painted hateful comments on the side of a store, did he allow hateful comments?
I think it's totally different. I think it's absolutely different. It's like most moderated sites. For instance, if you go to a comment on the Telegram website, before it gets posted, someone has to look at it to give it a check or give it an X.
That's also not true, though, because...
It is true.
Well, it's true on that site, but for this Facebook group, there was no moderation. It was just this one girl who had started the group, and, she wasn't going through every post checking it. That thing just got added along with, 50 other ones.
I understand all this. I think you're, that's all true so far, absolutely.
Yeah. So, at the time when that happened, it was just this, one poor girl, and that site exploded in popularity on her. And, certainly once we got 4 or 5 people going and trying to, meander through it, we removed anything that was a personal attack or hate speech or anything like that. A few people got out and said that we were deleting things that were against what we were agreeing with, that we were, trying to destroy other people's opinions, and that's absolutely not true. Not a single person's comment. You could post pro-PC stuff all over it, and we would just comment on it. But we certainly never deleted anything.
Well, now, I do know there was a screen grab sent to me where somebody who was defending the Premier to one of, I don't know if he's administrator or not, but Tom, who was accusing Buddy of being a saboteur, and he was going to ban him right away. And I saw the screen grab. It was simply questioning some of the things said about the Premier. And at that point, I thought, well, the site had an issue when there were hateful and violent comments posted. And I won't say allowed, but posted. But when it came to, unless you would like to subscribe to the cultish vision of only bashing allowed, then the site, for me, if that's really what was going on beyond that one screen grab, if that's what's going on, the site and the group have zero credibility.
Sure, okay. Well, like I said, there's almost 3,000 people there. I can tell you that only 5 accounts were ever banned.
Okay.
His account was banned, and the reason for it, wasn't that. That was a later conversation. That guy posted the site trying to derail conversations. He posted YouTube videos about Illuminati and all kinds of, weird things. And he was told, try to keep it on the topic of Newfoundland politics. And just some people there,
Seriously, Gordon? People were told to leave because they wouldn't stick to the get rid of Dunderdale thing? Really?
Well, Newfoundland, politics.
But so what? Free speech for all of you guys were claiming free speech, free speech, free speech. Someone speaks outside of your own hope to get rid of Dunderdale. You're banned? It can't be right. That can't be serious.
No, people weren't banned just for posting. Like I said, there were half a dozen administrators there. I can only speak for myself. Mm-hmm. But, I certainly, I banned one person because he spent, an entire post swearing at some other guy, calling him fat and then making fun of his hat and then starting to swear at him. And I said, that's not acceptable behavior. Goodbye.
Does anybody who gets on there and says anything about the Premier's hairdo or her girth or anything else, they get banned immediately?
Well, that's a really good question. I don't know. I don't think I haven't seen any posts like that.
Well, I have. I mean, I have.
I've seen
and so have you.
Pictures,
I mean, even in this foolish Twitter box, we see people who have gone from criticizing policy to talking about the woman's size, the woman's hair, the way she dresses, the way she smiles, the way she walks and holds her hands, and that has not been banned, but yet someone else who makes fun of a poster going on about how Dunderdale's the devil, and someone makes fun of that person's hat and they're banned. The double standard is where my problem lies, Gordon, and I know you're a stand-up guy, and I really appreciate the volleys with you, but if it's a double standard applied that you don't subscribe to hating Kathy Dunderdale, it really does reduce the credibility of the site to nil for me.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't argue that, you know.
So what do you do there? Because those sites are important.
Well, that's a really good question. I mean, how, you know, at what point do you stop, you know, letting people do whatever they want and you actually try to moderate something?
Right.
You know, when half a dozen people see that thread and they go, how come no one has stopped this?
Mm-hmm.
You know? We're all trying to still, you know, learn the ropes, per se. You know, there's a lot of people trying to help out that have never done this before. You know, me, myself, I've never moderated a group before in my life. All I do is make funny, to me, YouTube videos.
Oh, I really like them. I think Z News and that stuff, I actually find it really funny the most of the episodes I've seen. My play would be if I was a moderator, and I know you or probably most of the people involved couldn't care less what I think, but I would encourage those who are posting in the Get Rid of Dunderdale theme that unless you can keep it above board and keep it to issues, if you're going to take it to the personal level and the vile and the juvenile, then maybe you can move on and set up your own site where you can have your own little cult clunking your heads together and come up with a good idea.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've tried to set up a new Facebook page. A few people are administering that page, and it's definitely trying to keep it, you know, top shelf. Like I do Z News, you know, I've tried really hard to, you know, push the humorous side of stuff, but I've never engaged in a single personal attack or made fun of someone. You know, like on the Twitter when they start going on with that Dunder porn. Like, as soon as I saw that, it was like, this is not, you know, this ain't funny.
This is disgraceful.
I was like, I'm not participating in this. You know, you guys, you have fun. If you think it's good for you, then go ahead. But, you know, I will make fun of something someone says on an issue. I will make fun of their actions. But I won't make fun of them because they're short, fat, tall, whatever. You know, there's no need for that.
And, you know, Gordon, like I said earlier, it's because you're a stand-up guy. The double standard that has been available on some of these sites, I think, really hurts the cause. And when we, you know, because you say give it to the haters, and I will continue to do so. The critics, I welcome their call, I welcome their opinion. They can voice it to the cows come home on this show and all our shows. But when it goes beyond that, I think it loses any shred of credibility that it had or that it should have, because we are a free speech society. And you know my point on it. Anything very quickly before I go to the news?
I get upset enough when I go to the Telegram site or make a comment and it's like pre-moderated.
Yeah.
And I've had so many, you know, comments never ever show up on the site. And it's like, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, it's all a bit cracked. Gordon, it's great of you to call today. I wish you and your young family all the very best of health and happiness, and hope to talk to you again. Okay, thanks for taking my call. It was nice finally, you know, getting on the line. It's absolutely my pleasure. Okay, thank you very much. Take care, Gordon. Bye. Bye-bye.